brings a lighter side to everything. So you go. I just wanted to point that out. Go ahead, Shadow Man.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to have to be getting on somewhat. Just a few more minutes talking about horror and all that. Well, you have any questions for me at all?
Actually, yeah, I do.
Uh-oh. Do I want to hear them?
I know we haven't talked about this one today.
Okay.
But I have some questions about Dark Shadows.
Okay.
Who designed Trump's bad hair?
Oh God. I heard this before, but I wasn't for sure if this is true or not. Barnabas Collins had a different name. Was that true?
Yeah, that was in another segment of the show. He was called Bramwell Collins.
Okay.
They were doing at the very end of the show. They had run out of things to do, and so they were doing Wuthering Heights.
Mm-hmm.
And Bramwell was Jonathan Prid.
Yeah.
And then Angelique played the heroine to him.
Mm. Now, didn't Victoria Winters have a different name besides Victoria Winters?
No, that's always been Victoria
Winters. It's always been Victoria Winters.
Yes.
Okay. I'd heard that as well, but that one I wasn't for sure of either.
Now, in the movie, which is one of the worst, if not terribly worst movie, was the Dark Shadows movie, the Johnny Depp. In that movie, Victoria Winters was supposedly Maggie Edmonds. They didn't want to add on another character, so they made her Maggie Edmonds, and she changed her name to Victoria Winters.
Okay. That's probably where I got that idea then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, and I've always been in love with Victoria Winters. I've always been in love with her. Until they made, well, I'm not going to say, because even she didn't do a bad job considering she was the second Victoria Winters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, anything else on Dark Shadows?
That's it for now.
Okay. Again, probably by Friday, we will start talking about Dark Shadows. And if you all want to, I believe they have a question and answer. If you want to call and ask, that's fine with me. Or even just send your question to me.
Yeah, and if you want to send those questions, send those to the B.AND.R Show at yahoo.com. Or you can even call the show in at 620-220-2589. That number again is 620-220-2589.
I hope you all enjoyed me. I enjoyed being here, and I do hope it's going to be for good.
Well, we enjoyed having you, Shadow Man.
Yes, we did.
And if you enjoyed the Shadow Man, please email us and let us know.
Yes, email us. Just keep those emails going.
And you can also ask him if you have questions about horror movies, you can ask him.
Yes.
He's your man to ask.
And as I said, later on, we're going to start doing stuff about haunted houses, real haunted houses, ghosts, even vampires. I mean, vampires were supposedly were supposed to be alive at one time. I mean, they've actually dug up graves where the corpses were still as good looking as before. They still had the blood in their cheeks and everything else. So you never know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Shadow Man.
We thank you very much, Shadow Man, and we appreciate the educational moments that you've given us so far. There's movies I haven't even seen, and movies I haven't even heard of that you've brought up, so that's pretty educational. We thank you for that.
No problem. You all take care now and have a super night. All
right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go on break, and we're going to have Time Marches On by John Michael... yes. No, Tracy Lawrence. Sorry, Tracy Lawrence, I think. If not, we will get that correct name back to you. It's been a long night. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Sister cries out from her baby bed. Brother runs in, feathers on his head. Mama's in her room, learning how to sew. Daddy's drinking beer, listening to the radio. Hank Williams sings Elijah and Dear John. And time marches on. marches on. Sisters using rouge and clear complexion soap. Brother's wearing beads and he smokes a lot of dope. Mama is depressed, barely makes a sound. Daddy's got a girlfriend in another town. Bob Dylan sings like a rolling stone. And time marches on. Time marches on. The South moves north, the North moves south. A star is born, a star burns out. The only thing that stays the same is everything changes, everything changes. Sister calls herself a sexy grandma. Brother's on a diet for high cholesterol. Mama's out of touch with reality. Daddy's in the ground beneath the maple tree as the angels sing an old Hank Williams song. Time marches on. 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 Time marches on.
We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to the
B.AND.R Show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You were just hearing from the Shadow Man, and remember, the Shadow Man does know all. I have some stuff I really want to bring up tonight. It's some issues that could really shape politics in 2016.
I think we've had a few issues that's going to shape politics.
Oh, God.
Like Donald's bad hair.
You know,
That scares me.
one is health care. If a Republican gets into office, I think our health care system is going to go south.
It's going to go bye-bye. They've already said
There's
that.
going to be no more health care.
Cruz.
They're going to appeal it.
Cruz and
Or
Ted.
repeal, sorry.
Cruz and Ted. I love this move. I love this move. Because they're bitching that Obama used too many executive orders. But Trump and Cruz
Both of them said this.
have said that the first thing they're going to do, their very first day in office, is sign an executive order repealing health care. It's all right if the Republicans use
But it's not okay if the Democrats use it. What's the difference?
executive order.
Oh, you think you're bigger because you're a Republican? Come on. Give it a rest. And health care to me is a very important thing to have very important in the United States. Because you have to be able to get treated.
You know, even China has better health care than we do, folks.
And that's ridiculous. America's supposed to be a great country.
A communist country has better health care than we do.
And we're a democracy. I mean, so, God, what is this country coming to? I've only put down, 3 issues on here? But there's more issues than that to cover. But healthcare is very important. You need to be able to get treated, and it needs to be affordable. Yes, is there some flaws right now? Yes, but there's meant to be flaws in anything, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way it is. Nothing's perfect.
I think Canada has universal health care, don't they?
I believe
yes,
so.
They do.
Yes, they do.
Off of England. And I think Australia does.
They do, yes. They do have you.
China does. I mean, every industrialized country has health care for the poor and the people that cannot take care of themselves. And here we're supposed to be the wealthiest country in the world.
Supposed to be.
Which, folks, unless you know this, we aren't really anymore.
We're not. You know, Donald Trump said something, and yes, I don't like the man, but I do agree with this part. We are not the country we used to be. That's the only thing I agree with that ever came out of his mouth. And that's it. We are not the country we used to be. We're not as stable as we used to be, and that's just America anymore. Politics have changed over time. It's gotten dirtier as times went on. Like Bob Dylan said in one of his songs, "For the times they are changing, and everything is changing with it."
Everything changes.
And sometimes it's for the worse, sometimes it's for the better. But with that being said, why can't the country be like it used to be? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because the people that are elected, and the people elect these individuals. Yes, we elect these people. And why? That's what I want to know. Why do we elect these individuals to run our country? No matter if they're congressmen, senators, I don't care what position they have in the government. But they need to get their act together. They really do. They need to get their act together, shape up or ship out. Another issue that I would really like to really harp on is terrorism and foreign policy. You know, we have ISIS ISIS rising up, claiming attacks. We have also the attacks in Paris and San Bernardino, and a lot of just tensions with Russia, and we also have the nuclear deal with Iran. Tensions are really rising. Everything's getting just out of control. Terrorism is on the move in the United States and in other countries as well. You have ISIS already threatening to attack Texas. You have the increased tensions with Russia.
And they want to put Donald Trump.
And they want to put a man like Donald Trump. You know what's going to happen? You know what he's going to do? He's going to nuke everybody. That's going to be a strategy.
We will be in World War III
before it's all said and done.
Probably days if we elect Donald Trump.
And I don't know. I don't think he has a good foreign policy or terrorism policy at all.
He probably doesn't even have a good insurance policy.
Probably not. God. But to me, I don't think any of the candidates on the Republican side have a good strategy on foreign policy. I really don't.
He's thinking he's 13% in the polls.
Well, maybe Kasich. I think he brought in a debate. I can't remember which debate this was. How many debates ago it was? He brought up something on foreign policy, on what he would do with ISIS.
I like the man because he explains what he's going to do.
And he explained what he was going to do. You know what Donald Trump and Ted Cruz did?
I'm beginning to think Republicans are idiots.
I remember what I think it was Megyn Kelly had to say to Ted Cruz about ISIS. Well, Megan, I believe we need to take down the Democratic Party. We cannot have people like Hillary Clinton going into the highest office in the land. He wasn't even. That question wasn't asked. He was asked about a question on ISIS, not Hillary Clinton.
Their idea is just to take down the Democratic Party.
That was his answer. Well, Megan. Really? They don't talk about the issue at hand, and foreign policy is a big deal.
Until Megan asked Kasich.
And Kasich came out and exactly...
He didn't argue with anybody.
No,
he didn't throw mud, slam mud, nothing at anybody else. He answered her question.
Yes, and I think he did it very well.